Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Ted Carr here, and I made a video a couple days ago saying why I'm vegan. And the main reason why I'm vegan, I said in the video, was because I grew up watching a lot of videos about the Holocaust. I grew up reading a lot about the Holocaust and the Jews and the concentration camps and the Nazis and how that whole thing went down. I read Anne Frank's book, I read Ellie's book, Night. I watched Schindler's List, I watched countless other documentaries about it, and I was just always fascinated about the Holocaust and the concentration camp. For whatever reason, it was just something that really inspired me almost to go on and push through whatever I was suffering through, knowing that the Jews went through what they went through, knowing that they were starved to death, knowing how they were treated, knowing how they were separated from their loved ones, knowing how much they were tormented and how much they were treated like shit by the Nazis. That just gave me so much power and courage and inner strength to go on and push through whatever I was pushing through, whether it was triathlon training or whether it was a certain relationship I was dealing with. It just gave me so much perspective and realized, like, wow, my life is so great and I have so much more in me to give, you know. And now, fast forward many years, when I found out about veganism for the first time, when I saw the footage of the concentration camps that these animals are in, when I saw footage of how the pigs, chickens, cows were treated, it immediately reminded me of how the Jews were treated back in their concentration camp days. And I was just like, that's not right. Like, treating these pigs that way, treating the chickens this way, treating the cows that way, it's not right. I want nothing to do with that. I no longer will eat red meat. That was like my thing. I'll no longer eat red meat. That was my first new label I ever put on myself. I don't eat red meat. I can't associate with these concentration camps that these animals are in. And then I went on to no longer eat chicken. I went on to no longer eat fish. And I just decided, you know what? I want nothing to do with any animal product whatsoever. I don't want to be associated with someone who wears leather or someone who contributes to the suffering of these innocent animals. I want nothing to do with it. I'm going to be vegan. So I put that label on myself. And it felt good. It felt nice. It felt like, wow, I now no longer have anything to do with that. But I still noticed that most of my friends are still eating animals. Most of my parents, I only have two. My parents are still eating some animal products. My rest of my family was still eating some animal products. And it was like I was almost the only one eating vegan, eating this way. And I was just like, I know what these animals have to go through. It's not nice. It's not nice. Like, it's worse than not nice. It's absolute torture. It's absolute torture. If you've ever seen footage of a slaughterhouse, I would recommend watching Earthlings if you haven't seen it already. If you want to see what goes on inside of a slaughterhouse, or even just the movie Faces of Death, that's the documentary that I first watched. It was just, it's insane. It's insane watching what these animals have to go through every single day, every single second of our past friggin' 100 years, I guess, of having these massive slaughterhouses. It's fuck. If slaughterhouses had glass walls, the entire world would be vegan, guaranteed. Because I cannot go down the street right now and kick a dog, even if it's a stray dog. I can't just go up to a dog and start kicking it and start beating it up. I'll go to jail for kicking a stray dog, even in Thailand. You can't just go up to a dog and start stabbing it. It's illegal. Why? Animal abuse. You can't just starve horses on your lot. If you own horses, you have to feed them. You can't starve them. Animal abuse. You will go to jail for starving these horses. But at the same time, just down the street, there can be this brick wall where there's hundreds of cows, hundreds of pigs, hundreds of chickens, all getting stabbed, all getting slaughtered, all getting raped. Literal rape. People sticking their hands inside the vagina, sticking their hands inside the assholes, artificially inseminating them. And it's totally fine, totally legal. So it's like, you can't kill one cow. That's murder. But you can kill hundreds of cows. That's business. And to me, that's fucked. How is it fine to not kill one cow, but you can kill thousands? Killing one animal, hurting one animal is horrible, of course. Doing that to hundreds of thousands, it's hundreds of thousands times worse because you're doing it multiplied. You're scaling the torture, you're scaling the pain, you're scaling the death of all these animals. It's like they want to live. Animals want to live. They're not here for us to eat them, right? So the reason I'm making this video right now is to just reiterate what I said in the other video. I'm vegan for the animals. And I associate now with being a German. I think of myself as a Nazi, and I have the choice, I have the power, yes, I have the power, and yes, I have the choice to kill an animal. Not even kill it. I can pay someone to kill it. I don't need to kill it. I can just pay someone to kill it for me. It's like, I want to eat fish. I think I need it. I think I need it for my health. I'll pay someone to kill the fish for me. I can also do the same for chicken and meat and pork and bison, whatever. It's like, I'll just pay someone to kill it for me. I don't want to kill it. It's nasty. But I'll pay someone to kill it for me. I have that choice. And I know it's not a personal choice because the other animal's involved, but I do have that choice. I can make that choice and be like, I'll pull the trigger on that, or I'll get someone else to pull the trigger and kill the animal for me. But knowing what I know, having seen the footage of the slaughterhouses, having seen and having been brought up with all the concentration camp stories of the Jews and the Nazis back then, I don't want to be that Nazi who pulls the trigger and kills a Jew just because they're Jewish. I don't want to be the person now who kills an animal just because they're helpless and they can't defend themselves, and I want their meat. I want their protein. Like, I now associate killing an animal with killing a Jew. Like, I'm the one who has the choice. I'm the German, I'm the Nazi, I'm the one with the gun, and it's like I can either kill this Jew right now, or I can let the Jew live because the Jew is equal to me. And I look at that way with animals too. I'm like, this dog deserves to live as much as I do. This dog deserves to live just as much as I do. This cow deserves to live just as much as I do. This chicken deserves to live just as much as I do. This pig deserves to live just as much as I do. I'm not going to pull the trigger, and I'm not going to pay someone else to pull the trigger on this animal because I don't want to be that German. I don't want to be that Nazi. You know, I have the awareness now, and you might think, oh, Ted, if you're not going to pull the trigger, then you're going to make me feel bad. And so how dare you use this hate speech and call anyone who kills animals murderers, or anyone who pays someone to kill an animal for them a murderer. It's like, are you a murderer if you hire a hitman? I don't know. I don't know the definition. I don't know the law behind that. You might be considered a murderer if you hire a hitman to kill someone for you. So in the case of you going to the grocery store and buying some meat, I don't know if you're still considered a murderer because you've paid someone else to kill that meat for you. I'm not sure the laws behind that. If you know the answer to that, post in the comments. Otherwise, I'll just Google it after this video. But it's your choice. It's not a personal choice, but it's your choice whether you want to go down that road or not, and you want to contribute to the suffering and the torture and rape of these animals, or you can be like, you know what, I want to focus on the plants, I want to focus on the fruit, I want to focus on feeling amazing, I want to focus on doing what's right for myself, for the animals, and for the planet. That's your choice as well. I want to go down that road. If you give me the option to kill a Jew, kill an animal, or just eat plants, I'll just eat plants, bro. I want people to live. I want animals to live. I want people to feel good. I want animals to feel good and run free. Absolutely. That's why I'm not going down that road. I feel great eating vegan. I've been eating vegan for nearly a decade now. I have no health issues. Even if I had health issues, I wouldn't attribute them to my diet. My diet is locked in. My diet's dialed. I got my diet taken care of. Plenty of fruits and vegetables. That's like the foundation for a healthy diet. Plenty of fruits and vegetables. You add on whatever else you want in there, in small amounts, whatever. But focus on the fruits, focus on the vegetables, get as much raw foods as you can. And then if your health is still, not 100% up to par, maybe you got to meditate more. Maybe you got to speak some affirmations. Maybe you got to get outside to get some fresh air. Maybe you got to give yourself time to heal and detoxify. Maybe you got to hang around better people. Maybe you got to express yourself more creatively. There's so much more to life than just diet. If you think you're not healthy, you think your diet health is not up to par, your diet's probably pretty good. Your diet's probably good enough if you're eating whole food, plant-based. There's so much more to life. If you want to experiment with eating animal products, go right ahead. Be my guest. Be the one to contribute to animal suffering. Be the one to hire a hitman to kill the animal for you because you can't do it yourself or you can't be bothered to do it yourself. Go ahead and do that. Go ahead and kill that Jew. It's your choice. It's like you can live how you want to live. You're still a cool person. If you like the coolest people I know, not the coolest people I know, but some of the nicest people I know. It's weird to say, but I'll say it. Some of the nicest people I've ever met are hunters. Some people who, some older people in my life who I treat like a grandpa or feel like a father figure to me, they're hunters. Like I could spend all day with this person talking about really deep stuff and reminiscing about like old times and the future and people and life and all these things. But at the end of the day, they're a hunter. They go out and kill animals. It's like there's a fucking disconnect, yo. There's a disconnect, and they see what they do as being okay, and it's just the way of life. It's the cycle of life, whatever. There's the food pyramid, and that's just their perspective. But everything else in life, we agree on, and we can, have great conversations about. So if I'm a German, if I'm a Nazi, and my whole family is killing Jews, I'm not going to just not love them. They're my family. It's like, yeah, I don't agree with what they're doing. I don't agree with them going out and killing Jews. I don't agree with them going out and contributing to the suffering of these other humans, these people who I would consider equals. I don't agree with that, but I'm not going to take part in that. So I'm just gonna put the gun down. I'm gonna walk away, and I'm gonna be like, yo, this is my choice. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do it. So this is the video I want to make following up that first video I made about why I'm vegan. Hope you got something from it. I do hope to see you at the 2019 Canada Fruit Fest, happening August 9th to the 12th, and it's gonna be a very, very different festival from last year. Last year we had about 250 people. This year we'll have 500 people. 500 vegans in one place at the Canada Fruit Fest is going to be big. If you don't think you can do 4 days all raw, it's going to be too hard. No worries. Your ticket does include unlimited access to the buffet from morning till night. All you can eat fresh, raw, living foods. But if you feel like you don't want to do all 4 days raw, no problem. We have a bring your own vegan food policy, so feel free to bring whatever you want to bring and eat that on the side or eat that with your main meal, whatever. We also have an unlimited avocado policy, so everyone can have as many avocados as they want. And yeah, just come and have a great time, man. If you don't know anything about the Canada Fruit Fest yet, head on over to canadafruitfest.ca/tickets to see what you're getting with your ticket, or just feel free to browse around the site and see what we're offering. It's going to be amazing, and we'd love to see you there. So peace out, much love, and adios.